Hey, this is Payal Nanjiani, and welcome to the Leadership Talks with me. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about one of the biggest mistakes I have seen when people make when they are preparing for CXO roles. Now, many leaders during the coaching sessions, when they talk to me, they tell me that, Payal, my biggest aim is to become a CXO, is to just get into the CXO roles. And when I ask them that, what are you doing to prepare for this? And the answer is usually very typical. I'm working harder, I'm taking up more responsibility, I am delivering bigger results, I'm adding more qualifications, I'm working on my skill sets. In fact, I am delivering before time and I'm great at execution. So basically, what I hear is that they are becoming better and better at what they currently do, not what they have to do. Now, none of this is wrong what they are doing. In fact, those are the important things that will take you ahead in your career, but they are not going to get you into a CXO role. There is one mistake that I see over and over again. With all of these things that they are doing, working hard, making sure that they execute, they are actually preparing to become a better manager, not get into a CXO role. Because all of these things, they help you to grow below the line, not above. CXO roles are above the line. That's where the CXO roles start, and the entire requirements are completely different at that level. In fact, very recently, I was speaking with a senior leader who had been rejected for several CXO positions, and he was very frustrated. Now, this is a person who has a strong track record. His experience is solid, knowledge is a wow, and yet he was being rejected. He had done everything that most people would consider necessary to get into that role, and yet he was not getting called for an interview nor being selected for this role at all. And as we explored and as I talked with him as to what was happening, one thing became extremely clear to me. He was doing everything right for the role below the line, not above the line. He hadn't changed the way he was showing up for the role every single day. Above the line, the boards are not evaluating you for your knowledge or for your experience or for your skill set for that matter. What we are looking at is your judgment, your thinking, your behaviors. How do you create a direction? How do you see the bigger picture? What types of decisions do you make? We are hiring you to lead the business, not to lead the function or the department. Because at the CXO level, execution is assumed. Nobody is asking you whether you can do the job, whether you have the experience, whether you have the knowledge. The fact that you are, being called for the interview at a CXO level, that's assumed. What we are trying to understand is how do you think when things become complex, when things are unclear, when business stakes are high, when people are difficult? And this is where many leaders get stuck. They continue to behave and talk like successful functional and department heads. They stay so close to execution. They get involved in every detail. They are great at building teams. They become the person where everyone depends on them and they are here to solve the problem. So they continue proving how capable they are. So if you aspire to become a CXO, you have to ask yourself a few questions and you have to truly get that answer from within. Do you do you think beyond your function and department? Do you influence decisions across the organization? Do you elevate conversations from operations to enterprise? Do you create clarity when everybody else is under confusion? Do you speak with clarity? Do you know how to talk in the language of business? Do you trust your own judgment? Can you become the right hand for the business, for the CEO? Do you demonstrate that confidence to make that difficult decisions? Are you able to take the risk? Have you built your risk-taking capability? Are you able to lead through people? And let me tell you, all these things that you need to do, these require a very big change in your behavior. This is not something you can go on Google and say, how should I lead through people? Well, that's very theoretical. The leaders who become CXOs are rarely the ones who are waiting for the title before they make these changes. At every level, the game is different, below the dotted line and above the dotted line. You have to start behaving differently long before you get that role. So the biggest lesson today that I want to leave you with is with a question, with a thought. Are you preparing for the next level, or are you really preparing for the CXO level? Because if you are preparing for the next level, you're just becoming better in your current role. But if you are really preparing for the CXO role, oh my goodness, you're going to bring about a lot of change that will push you and your career above the line. So until then, until the next series of our leadership talks, this is Payal Nanjiani wishing you loads of success in your career life. God bless.